Good afternoon, Mr. Loves a Holiday. Hope you're having a good afternoon and the flight went well. Mate, just at your home here now, and I just wanted to give you a quick update. So Shannon and I are here, and we've just met Matt and grabbed the keys. So I've noticed that some of the fencing there is walking out a little bit, which I'm pretty sure you're aware of. So the gardens all look pretty tidy along here. Visitor spot. So this lockbox here is the one from Different. And then I've also noted your one as you directed me here on the side as well. You can see a little bit of the retainers walking a little bit too. So the outside courtyard, the guys told me how they'd cleaned that down. It's gardens, got all the lights on to check as well. Lawns have been done. I've had a quick check around at utilities as well too. Hot water service looks good, mate. I can't see any issues presenting there. There's nothing going on with the overflow. There's no kind of corrosion or anything like that too. The inlet supply looks good as well too. The electric's not showing any kind of corrosion or anything. There's a little bit on the saddle, but that's nothing. So we've got the lawn locker, the rear garden bed, and then back down to the side. Yeah, so Matt and his partner were really nice. They explained, and I will when we pop inside as well too, that definitely their daughter was interested as well. And I said that he'd passed on that information to me as well too. So the home presents clean. So I've been through and had a look under each of your wet areas too, mate. There's no signs of leaking underneath your S traps. And then also your supplies with the flexi hoses, they all look in good nick. There's no rust spots. Nothing to note on there. It doesn't look like we've got any drips coming out of any of the actual the wall tabs for the spindles there, so that's good. Generally you'd see markings here and here. So yeah, there's the loo. Everything's clean and presents really well. So these are just starting to date. Sometimes if you do have issues with the internal mech, it's often easiest to change that whole system, but they're all working fine. I did know that button is a little bit sticky, but it does eventually pop back up. So your flexis are all good. There's no sign of rust or leaking in there. So there's nothing to note there. There's a little bit of marking along there, but that just looks like, I'm not too sure if there was something there. The actual ingoing report's a bit lacking too, in that there's no photos. It's one of those old style ticker box ones, but I'll be able to bring it in and show you through. So then we come into the lounge room. There's carpet. Here's Shannon with me as well too. Say hi to Maladan. And kitchen space. So I've been through the key handover with the guys, so I'll send you a photo of all the keys on here. I've signed off, Matt signed off. This is the Dowling ingoing inspection report, and like I just mentioned, these ticker box, they're not really good if there was any big issues. They don't note any for now, but we'll be able to run through these, but these are quite hard to prove in tribunal, any kind of damage, because we don't really have any good evidence being the photos. This was the actual key handover on the ingoing as well too, so they all lock up to the keys, and Matt said there was also a couple of additional ones being that letterbox one too. That's the initial from the ingoing. The controller for the AC, and the AC booklet's there. I've got the last ingoing routine. Should have been through that too. The guys have also followed the different outgoing checklists, just a bit of a guide as to how to clean the house and stuff, but they've done a really good job. The home is clean. So I've had a look at all of your flexies underneath here too for your supplies. They're all good. There's no leaking presenting as far as your S-traps go, and there's no evidence of any kind of water or swelling, so they all look good. And yeah, generally you'll see rust marks where your bends are at your low points, but they're all good. There's no issues with underneath the bowl and the seal neither, so that's good. And there's no leaking coming from your mixer either. Generally you'll see marking around here, but this has been freshly cleaned. So the home does present well. This one here, the fan, the light works. It was one of the rooms where, I'll show you, so this room down the back, I think this one here may need a new battery. This is for the old style light. When it was just a centre light, that essentially works as a breaker. So I've tested it both in the off position and the on position. So that's not getting a response, and we flip it down on. I've had both the AAAs out of this one and spun them around. So I've spun these guys around, so they're definitely getting connection. I've also swapped one to the other. I may have some AAAs in the truck, which I normally bring for emergencies just to check it, but I'll go and check that a little bit later. I'm not too sure whether they're in the truck. So that one there, so potentially it could just need a light bulb or batteries to get that one going again. That's no biggie. Then you get the main room, so this one here works, no worries. So yeah, you can smell it's being cleaned by the guys. So everything's presenting really well. Similar thing too, I can see some, just that's tape I guess, so the door doesn't rattle for the actual door when it closes into the jam. Same thing here with your flexi. Well, that's the Solidos, sorry too, that's an original one, so you're never going to have issues with that. The only time is you may see some leaking coming out of this actual, that half-turn stopcock for the isolation tab. But everything else looks pretty good. Same kind of vintage for the other loo, it'd be original. Bathroom, it's good. Hey. So all of your wet areas present really well, they've all been cleaned. There's no sign of leaking here, but this one here did look like it had a bit of a slow drip, so it might just be worth replacing the spindles on the hot or the cold side. So yeah, that's just a really slow leak. Normally what I recommend from Scott, my plumber, is instead of replacing the washers, often it's better to go with quarter turn ceramic discs, and you get bloody 10 years out of those instead of replacing washers every 18 months or whatever, if it is used. So the bathroom, the actual bath taps is good. Everything's clean in here. Shower's good too. So underneath here, there's no signs of leaking underneath your S-trap, no signs of moisture. Generally, you'll see them swell out there where you've got your cutouts, the actual sewer. That one there, I think it's just like some residue of the caulking. Maybe it's had something in there. Flexies look good on this one here. That one there's got a bit of sharp bend, but it's not really presented anything major. But that's generally where you will see your rust marks coming through on sharp bends like that, but there's nothing there, which is good. It's still got its tags too, so I do think they may have been replaced recently. So yeah, shower screen's all good, very good. So I'll just take you back on through now to the kitchen. So Matt had passed on that they had the carpet cleaning booked in for today, and they've done a no-show. So he's now booked another one in for tomorrow. So the lockbox at the front door, which is difference 1, the key combination is 0011. So Matt's going to pass that on to the carpets cleaning, which is scheduled for 9 o'clock tomorrow. Then they've also got a pest guy coming at 3:15. His partner's actually going to come here for that. And if she can't make either of those appointments, they're going to pass on this code for difference lock key thing. I've also got one in the truck as well too, which I gave them the option, but they're happy to use that one for now. And then we'll get the keys in the home and just lock the door, hidden away in the drawer. So yes, that'll all get sorted out. The home presents really well, and this is an absolute ripper back here, mate. I love it how it's all nice and quiet, set in the bushland. It reminds me of my little place in Adamstown actually. And these ones here are good builds. This would be in the 90s or early 2000s. They're definitely solid as. And my house was exactly the same colours as this when I bought it, and then I painted everything grey and white. So definitely reminds me of home. Righto, mate. Well, I hope you're having an awesome time on your holiday up to Cairns, and Shannon and I wave and say bye, and look forward to catching up with you later on in the week. And any questions, give me a yell, and I'll also send this one on through to you. Talk soon. See you, Mel. See you. Bye.